Hi, this is Mr. Techniques and welcome to my channel. Over the past videos that we have discussed about percentages, ratio and proportion, decimals, and fractions. We'll just take a short review on what we have discussed. We have learned that ratio is a comparison of two or more quantity of numbers. Proportions, which is a statement of two equal or equivalent ratios. We have solved examples on determining the ratio and proportions and how to determine the missing number in a proportion. Today we're going to discuss about the relationship of percentages, decimals, fractions, and ratio. Like for this example on the board, we have percentage, decimal, fraction, and ratio. And here, in number one, you have here 73%. We are going to take the relationship of percent into decimal, fraction, and into ratios. That is, we are going to convert the 73% into decimal, into fraction, and into a ratio. So this is just a matter of review because many are confused on how to convert a percent into a decimal or a fraction or a percent into a ratio. So first we are going to convert 73% into decimal. Okay, this is 73%. To convert this into a decimal, we are going to remove your percent and write 73. And we add your decimal, okay? And remember that to convert percent into a decimal, we transfer your decimal 2 places into the left. So that's 1, that's 2. And that is your decimal. Therefore, converted to a decimal becomes 0.73. So this becomes now 0.73. Now, we convert this 73% into a fraction. And based on our definition, a fraction is, based from our definition, percentage is a number per 100. That will be 73% convert to a fraction, it is a number per 100. That will be 73 over 100. Your 73% converted into a fraction is 73 over 100. Next is to convert your 73% into a ratio. So that is 73% is a ratio. Okay, so that is 73 is to 100. That is 73% in ratio. So to summarize, 73% is 0.73 in decimal. It is 73 over 100 in fraction. And it is 73 is to 100 when it is written in ratio. Now, what about example number 2? The fraction 3 over 8. So how are we going to convert this into a decimal? So to convert this into a decimal is we use your long division. That will be 3 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8 cannot be. So we add a 0 and you put your 30 divided by 8 is 3. Okay, and 3 times 8 is 24. And then we subtract 30 minus 24 is how much? 6. So we add another 0. We bring down 0. 60 divided by 8 is how much? It is 7. Okay? 7 times 8 is 56. And we subtract 60 minus 56 is 4. So we still have a number here. We add another 0. And then we bring down 0. So 40 divided by 8 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. And then we subtract 40 minus 40 is 0. Therefore, 3 over 8 converted into a decimal becomes 0.375 and then 0. So 3 over 8 converted into a decimal using your long division, 3 over 8 is equal to 0.375. Now, we convert your decimal into percentage. Now, before we convert 73 into a decimal by moving your decimal 2 places to the left. So that becomes 0.73. Now, what we are going to do here, convert this into percentage, we do the opposite. So instead of moving to the left, we are going to move to the right. So that will be 0.375. Okay? We are going to move this to the right. So that you have 37.5. That becomes percent. Or another way is 0.375 times 100. That would be 3.375 times 100 is 37.5. So, your 0.375 in percent becomes 37.5%. And to convert this 3 over 8 into a ratio, that is 3 is to 8. 3 is to 8. Next is to solve our example, convert the ratio 4 is to 25 into percent, decimal, and fraction. So again, so we just do this into a fraction, convert into a fraction, that becomes 4 over 25. That is the fractional value of the ratio 4 is to 25. And then to convert this into a decimal, we are going to again to use your division. 4 divided by 25. 4 divided by 25 cannot be, so we add 0 and then your decimal. So 40 divided by 25 is 1. 1 times 25 is 25. We subtract 40 minus 25 is 1 from 4, that becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. This becomes 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have still a number here. We add another 0. 150 divided by 25 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry 3. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 3 is 15. We subtract 150 minus 150 is 0. Therefore, 4 over 25 or 4 divided by 25 is equal to 0.16. 0.16. And to convert this into a percentage, we just multiply 0.16 by 100. That would be 16. So that becomes here 16%. The last one is 2.5. So 100 times 2.5. 0 times 5 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. 200. And then 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. And then we add 0, 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. Bring down 2. And then you have one decimal. So therefore, 2.5 is equal to 250%. So what about 2.5 into a fraction? That would be 250 divided by 100, and we cancel this and we cancel this becomes 25/10. And to convert this into a fraction, we divide this by 5. We divide this by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So, 2/5. So, 2.5 into fraction is 5/2. Since this is an improper fraction, we can still reduce this into its lowest form by dividing 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So, 5 divided by 2 is 2 and 1/2, or 2 and 1/2. The equivalent fraction of 250% or 2.5 decimal is equal to 2 and 1/2 in fraction. And to convert this into a ratio is 5:2. Okay? 5:2. So that is what we have learned for today. How to easily convert percentage into decimals, decimals into fractions, fractions into ratio, or vice versa. This is Mr. Math Techniques. And for those our friends who are just with us now, please don't forget to hit that subscription button and that notification bell so that you will be updated when new videos will come out. Meanwhile, thank you for watching.